Hi there, my name's Lau.
And I'm Nigel.
And today we're going to be talking to you about 5 things we like about the new Nintendo Switch.
So we both got to play it at the London event. So yeah, we had some thoughts and we're just going to get straight into number 1.
The docking system, the way you can basically switch between a handheld and a home console. By now everyone already knows that it's basically part portable and part home console. And basically at this event we were able to switch between the two.
You should also do a count of the number of times the word switch comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought as we're playing Zelda, I think is where I saw it, where the assistant for the game sort of said, do you want to use the handheld? I was like, yeah, sure. So we just took it out and gave it to me, and it was just very seamless transition from looking at TV to the actual screen. So I think that's going to make for an interesting sort of types of games and way you can play the games as well. But yeah, it will look good.
I mean, it's cool when you see it on a trailer, but to physically have the thing handed to you, it's just like, actually, yeah, this is pretty cool. So if you do get a chance to demo it, I would say, yeah, check it out, because it is quite nifty. You know, if your mum calls you for dinner or something, you can just be like, yeah, sure thing, come in, mum.
Yeah.
And then just grab it and go. So yeah, pretty cool. So that's number 1.
And number 2 is just the console itself. So Nintendo being able to come up with a new way of playing games. And for me, while I like what PlayStation are doing, I like what Xbox are doing.
Yeah, we like everyone.
Yeah, equal opportunity console offers here. I think it's good for the industry as a whole for someone to do something different, and Nintendo just has a way of doing that. Admittedly, it doesn't always work, but I think it's important that someone is trying to do something different. And with the Switch, it looks like they're doing a lot of the things that some may say should have done with the Wii U. I'd be one of those people, but I'm looking forward to seeing how the actual new hybrid console changes the way people play this game, and also the way or the types of people that play games as well.
The funny thing is, yeah, it just hit me that the Wii U did in fact come with it's effectively a portable screen.
Yeah.
I mean,
You got that already.
Yeah, I already forgot. So I think they made a really good move with what they're doing. It's a bit daring because, you know, people are already talking about, well, what's going to happen to, you know, their DS franchise? Is that still going to be around? Well, who knows?
Yeah.
But for me, if I get a Switch, it'll probably be because obviously it's portable, but I can also play it at home. I probably won't get a DS myself. That's me personally though. Number 3.
Number 3, so the new types of games that you can play in this new console. So at the event, I got to try a new game called Snippet Clips, which is, I'm going to try and describe this as, so in simple terms, it's a co-op puzzle game. But the way they explain it to you, the way they demo it is, you have 2 people sitting down with the Joy-Con, so they broke it off the control pad, the main control pad. So each person gets a Joy-Con, turn it sideways, and the idea is that you have to figure out what the puzzle is.
Alright, it almost sounded like a rock reference was coming there. You need to turn it sideways. Oh, alright guys.
Yeah. That's just throwing me off. So yeah, you have to turn the Joy-Con sideways, and between you have to figure out what the puzzle is, and then with your 2 characters on screen, then actually solve the puzzle. But the way they did it is, it doesn't tell you what anything is. They don't tell you this is what you have to do on this level. And because of that, from the start, it's a co-op game. So between the 2 people playing, you have to say, okay, I think we have to do this. One level is trying to get a basketball in the basketball hoop. So you kind of have to figure out how we're going to do this.
So is it a bit like locked in a room? It's like you're just there and you're like, what do we do? What do we do?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's 2D, but it is a room.
Oh,
so
okay.
Space, and you have to jump around and then figure out how to solve each of the puzzles.
Is there a timer?
No, there isn't a timer.
Because that would make it interesting.
Yeah, that might have been.
Could be there, but
it could be. Maybe on a higher difficult. That would
Yeah.
be too much pressure for me though. But yeah, that would make it interesting. So yeah, I think just the way that game played just made me think, okay, these are the types of games that Nintendo are going to try and push through the console. So I think that's one of my favourite things I saw at that event, and a surprise because I didn't actually hear about that game until the day of the event.
Honestly, I didn't even know about the game until I got there, and unfortunately I didn't get to play it because I was ready to go. I waited for a long time to play Zelda.
Okay, we're going to get to that.
I think that's the next point actually.
Oh, is it? We're here.
Yeah,
Okay.
number 4.
Yeah, number 4 is Zelda. A bit of an obvious one. We're all waiting to play the next Zelda game, and it's on Switch. Therefore, I'm excited for the Switch to play the next Zelda game. Very straightforward. We got to play like 10 minutes of it.
Yeah, which went very quickly. It felt like 2 minutes for me.
Yeah.
I did actually make it out the cave, and I was able to look around, see the scenery, and then next thing you know, they're like, yeah, we're done.
Yeah. You start off in a cave, and you get a chance to pick up some items. Once you exit the cave, you kind of go into this open world where, I don't know about your assistant, but mine helpfully pointed out that you can walk to any part of the map,
Yeah.
any mountain thing you can get to.
My assistant told me I could jump off the cliff if I wanted to.
Oh really?
And I asked him,
Wow.
well, is there going to be a haystack at the bottom? And he said, no. So
Okay. Mine didn't say that.
he said it wouldn't be a good idea, but you could do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. I don't think I'll do that though.
Yeah.
Right. So you get to try out some of the basics, the combat system. They direct you to a space where there's some enemies like huddled around a fire. I snuck around, or tried to sneak around, and one of the things in the game is it monitors the amount of noise you're making
In real life or in the game?
in the game.
That would be
Think
cool.
about that, yeah.
That would be very cool. You know,
Yeah.
Nintendo's trying to do that
Didn't
kind of
they do
like
that with the Wii?
sensor stuff, like the finger sensor, if anyone remembers it.
But it was the amount of noise Link is making in the game. So I used that to sneak around, attack the enemies, and then discovered, obviously I beat them, spoiler alert, but after that I then was introduced to another new part of the game, foraging and cooking. So I picked up some chilies, because this was a campsite, and then put the chilies in a bowl, got a stick, and lit the stick on fire. I used that to cook some chilies, and that gives you the ability to resist cold later on in the game. So I think things like that will add a different dimension to the game.
So now I've got to think about shopping and everything.
So I think they're just adding a lot of things that we might have seen in other RPGs since it's been in development, but it's a Zelda game, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, Breath of the Wild is definitely one of the things looking forward to. One thing we do know won't be in it is Link talking. So.
Yeah, well, alright, he doesn't physically speak, but obviously, as in all Zelda games, you get to pick your responses, and it does actually have text,
Yeah,
which makes me wonder, why don't you just go the extra mile, you know?
Talk.
Anyway, whatever.
But yeah, that's what whole other different.
Yeah, last thing.
Last point is
The control scheme.
okay.
Yeah. So the controls are pretty cool. You've got so many different options. You can use the Pro Controller if you're just used to a classic gaming experience. I understand that's going to be a little bit more than the Joy-Cons.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, if you do want to, you know, obviously you're going to have to shell out a little bit of P, but, oh, by the way, that's street for money, for those who don't know. And yeah, so you have to shell out a little bit to get that, but you do have that classic gaming experience, and I did play Zelda with the Pro Controller, and it was good. Using that and then switching to the actual handheld unit, it's quite different in that the controls are a lot smaller, so if you've got big hands, like I do, then yeah, you might find it a little bit too fiddly. But generally, it was pretty good. And
Yeah, it was okay. It was comfortable, I thought, throughout. So in the event, we got to try it with Splatoon. So you got the whole run of Joy-Cons on the controller attachment. We got to try Mario Kart, which is the Joy-Cons on the screen. Zelda with the Pro Controller. Snipper clips with the Joy-Cons separate, so one person taking the Joy-Con each. Pretty much got to try every control scheme.
Did you try 1-2 switch?
Oh yeah, also tried 1-2 switch. So yeah, that was some weird stuff in there. I milked a cow.
Yeah, the milking cow game
Yeah.
was an experience.
Definitely an experience. I do not belong on a farm, that's what I learned from that.
Yeah.
I think, although it was a short event, so it was 2 hours, but in that 2 hours I didn't feel that any one control scheme was a problem. So I guess we'll find out when we actually get the console and use it for a long time, but I like the way that they had completely different configurations for the control scheme.
You know, when you've got a console with such a vast array of control options, it means that developers can really take advantage of that and come up with some cool ideas. In fact, sometimes the controllers give rise to ideas.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping we're going to see some really cool stuff, especially with this new HD Rumble, which on the surface of it seemed a little bit like, HD Rumble, but like there was this really cool game where you have a Joy-Con.
Oh, you have to count the number of balls in
Yeah.
the container. Yeah, yeah.
It's going to seem a bit strange, like, you know, alright, so you can tell how many balls are in the controller, but it was pretty impressive, man.
Did you guess right?
I did guess right.
Every time?
Every time.
Okay, alright. Cool.
Yeah, there's a way of doing it.
Yeah.
I sussed out a little loophole and I was like, yeah, I can get this.
Cool.
So yeah, it was really good. Controllers, awesome.
Those are the 5 things we're most looking forward to in a new Nintendo Switch console. There is a bonus thing as well.
A bonus.
A bonus. We've got one more thing that we're looking forward to the Switch. That is going to be at our event GamePad on April the 8th in spring. So we're going to have the new Switch console playable. We're going to have 1-2 Switch and Bomberman art as well. So we're going to have that, and we're looking forward to being able to play the game again for a longer period of time as well, because 2 hours wasn't enough.
Yeah, if you really want to be playing the Switch all day, then come down to GamePad and be prepared, guys. There's going to be some real talent on the day.
So yeah, those are our 5 things we're most looking forward to in the new Nintendo Switch console. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to see more videos, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, see ya.